It's already different. But welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It with your host, Bando. This is episode 45. We've gotten to 45. That is beautiful. Episode 45, and it's the first episode I've ever recorded in the morning and not at night. I'm always recording real late at night. This time, we picked one up early in the morning. So good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Combat and Kick It. What are we talking about today? Just like I told you on the last episode, I'm going to be breaking down and talking about what is truly next for Israel Adesanya. So, let's get right into it.
Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya!
Now, this isn't going to be one of them 30-minute episodes, but it's going to have some stuff in it. I feel like this is a question that's going to be asked a lot now. Seeing Izzy lost to somebody that a lot of people expected him to go in there, walk down, make it an easy night, either win with a KO or wipe him out through 5 rounds, and it was the exact opposite. Sean walked him down. Sean found ways to get past him. Sean's defense was incredible. He was blocking basically everything Izzy was throwing. He had Izzy on the back foot the whole night. But besides the fact, this has been a wild year for Izzy. Wild 2 years for Izzy. You know, Alex Pereira pops into the picture and things change a little bit, right? But what's next for Israel Adesanya is the question. Because DC recently came out and said that he believes that the best thing for Israel Adesanya is to take a break. Now, I understand the break side of things, right? I don't disagree that the man should take a break. Everybody needs a break, especially when you fight as much as he fought. He fought a lot. He's one of the most active champions we've had in a while. So guys like him, Usman, they kind of do need that break after a while. But at the same time, there's things that are still meant to be done. So in my opinion, and I said it in the last video, if you're talking about a break, right, let Izzy come back, try to get the belt back. If he gets the belt back, then take the break, right? Let's not talk about throwing the guy who's been number one for so long up against number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 to build his way up back to number 1. You know, it's just weird how that would work. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, Sean did outwork him. Sean beat him. Simple as that. He 4-1 on the scorecards, in my opinion. Sean simply outstruck him, had better defense. You know, we can sit there and say it wasn't the best Izzy, but truthfully, I think Sean just had a great game plan going into that fight. But the thing is, you take a break now and you make him fight somebody who's not ranked and he loses, that opportunity of coming back to the belt is null and void. I could possibly see UFC trying to put another middleweight matchup in there. Could you do Sean and Drakus? Probably. Could you do Sean and Jared the rematch? Probably. But I think the main thing is you get Sean to sit out 3 to 4 months, Izzy to sit out 3 to 4 months. They come back, they fight, right? Whether it's around UFC 299, UFC 300, 301, whatever the case may be, right? However many months that is away from now, you get that to happen, right? You have the rematch. If Izzy wins and doesn't want to ride off into the sunset and doesn't want to take a break, then you have other options that are with the October's card, because you have Paulo Costa and Hamzat are going to be fighting. So there you go. You got 2 other middleweights that bounce back up. So the conversation will be there for another fight, another person, another contender, right? So to me, taking a break, it might not be the best thing for Izzy. It could be better for him to just continue to stay active and see if he can get the belt back. But the question is, what if he doesn't get the belt back? What if Izzy doesn't get the belt back? What if Izzy gets the rematch with Sean and it goes the same way again? I know a lot of people, if you even look at the betting odds now to see for a rematch for those two, Sean is still a big underdog. And Izzy is still a big favorite. I think I saw it at like a +3 something. You know, so it went from a +675 for Izzy to a +3 something. He lost four out of 5 rounds and is still a favorite going into that. So, but if Izzy loses that, if Izzy comes back, loses that, that's bad. That's bad. Now it's not like end of the career bad. It's not take a break bad, but it's rebuild time. It's really time he would have to rebuild and he would have to go face some mean contenders again. Guys that he's probably already beat or the one person he hasn't fought yet with Dricus Du Plessis. But UFC wants that fight with Dricus with Israel as champion. Otherwise, there's nothing to sell there. There's nothing to sell between Sean and Dracus. People aren't going to care to see that. You want Izzy and Dracus because the whole story is there. So guaranteed the UFC is going to try to quickly get that fight back up and running. I think Dana mentioned it, said he would do it, and then said again in the in this most recent press conference with the Contender Series, it sounded like he wasn't going to do it. So never fucking know with Dana White. Man's wishy-washy as can be when it comes to making fights, and he says he never says matchup during or right after the fight. Like he never makes a matchup right after the fight, which is bullshit. He's done that plenty of times. He did it with Colby Covington, saying Colby's the next one for Leon. Look at how long that fight's been taking to get made. Literally, like this isn't that big of a fight for it to not get made. So that's a whole nother episode. I'm not even going to get into that because I could rant on that one. But that's not even that big of a fight to not get made. But anyways, you know how Dana is. Dana could be wishy-washy with that shit. So 1 minute he says the rematch makes sense. The next minute he says, I don't know about the rematch. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. But I don't think the best thing for Izzy is a break. Break is like, a break is when you did something, right? Not when you lost. I feel like when you lose and you take a break, you never get back to that proper motivation that you need to, right? Like when Conor lost to Nate, he went straight back, right back into the gym, was straight working, no break. No break, because you take that break, you lose that motivation. You cut yourself off from being able to stay in that mindset of, I got to get this guy, right? So you get right back in the gym. I think Izzy should get, take his few weeks or whatever. Obviously, spend time with your family. You've been in training camp, that type of thing. That's different. But we're talking about long-term breaks. No, don't take no long-term break. Get back in the gym. Get prepped. Get set up. You know the rematch will get ran back. And hopefully you can do it quick enough to where Izzy can maybe hit his goal and be at UFC 300. So we'll wait and see. We're close though. We're UFC 293. We're going on to UFC 294 in a few weeks, right? This weekend we got Valentina and Alexa Grasso rematch, and it's a free card. It's a great card. Got Kevin Holland and Jack Della Maddalena as the co-main event, so I'm excited for that one. I don't have much of a big breakdown coming for that one. Probably should. I probably should do a little something. I could say, I'll do a slight little thing here maybe, like Alexa Grasso and Valentina is a fight that we never thought we'd be getting a rematch of because we never thought that Alexa Grasso was going to do what she did, and she did. Can she do it again? We're going to find out Saturday night, that's for sure. If you want to break things down, it's the same thing as before. Valentina's striking is better than hers overall. In the ground game, you would think Valentina had a better ground game. But I'm actually rocking with Alexa Grasso in this fight again. I think she's going to outbox Valentina. I think Valentina's striking is great until somebody closes the range, closes the distance, and makes shit dirty. And I think that's what Alexa Grasso is going to do. She's going to close the distance. She's going to make shit dirty. But it depends. If Valentina shows up the way she did against Jessica Andrade, where she was fucking hip tossing her the whole time, throwing her on the ground like it was nothing, could be a long night for Alexa Grasso. But I think Alexa's heart, her mentality, her boxing skill set, and the fact that she is not no slouch when it comes to jiu-jitsu, I think she's going to get this one again. And the cover curse, man. Did you guys see UFC 5? Cover curse. I hate to say it's a thing, but it proves us wrong every time. If you say it's not a thing, it's going to prove you wrong, right? Izzy gets the deluxe edition cover of UFC 5, loses to Sean Strickland, right? Back when he was on UFC 4, he lost to Jan Blachowicz. When Jorge was on UFC 4, Jorge got knocked out. Conor was on UFC 3. He lost to Floyd Mayweather. Conor and Ronda were on UFC 2. Conor got submitted by Nate, and Ronda got knocked out by Holly Holm. UFC 1 was Gustafsson and Jones. Jones got popped for all the BS that he did. Gustafsson lost his title shot. It might be a thing. It might be a thing. Which kind of sucks, you know? As a fighter, you're sitting there like, damn, I would love to be on the cover of a UFC, right? That'd be dope. But if the cover curse is a fucking thing, I want no parts of that. I want no parts of that. But no, it's just one of those things where it might be a coincidence, right? Because there are players that have been on the covers of things that had phenomenal seasons the same year that they were on the cover. I would just have to go look back at that and see who it was. But I know for sure there were some people. Either way, it's morning time, which means after this, I gotta go to work. So, I'm gonna catch you on the next episode. Cause this is over with. This one's over and done with. So I'll catch you on the next episode. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification button. Listen, I'm about to step my shit up. That's a promise I'm making to all combat sports fans. Every Tuesday and every Thursday, we're gonna get new episodes. And in between that through the week, I wanna have little short episodes that aren't really like episodes. They're just like kind of longer than clips. Not your normal like 1 minute clip, but like 5 to 7 minute